we are discuss about the arrival of Europeans to India, particularly the Portuguese, the Dutch, the British and French, and how they are created the trading centers or warehouses in India. Later, we also know that how they are created the political empire in India. So after the arrival of these Europeans, the Dutch that left India earlier, the Portuguese that are concentrated only on few areas, Goa, the Daman, the British and French become dominated in Indian trade. Later we find a strong competition between British and the French. Because both the companies, by the Indian trade, both British and French company, they secure more financial stability. They are economically rich. So they are politically, in Europe, Britain and France, they are politically dominated. So they want to dominate in Indian politics also. Whereas the British leader, Robert Clive, he was a better judge of circumstances. He played a very important role in Carnatic Wars and Battle of Plassey. So he laid the foundation of British power in India. In the same way, Dupleix, the French Governor General, he also played a very important role in Carnatic War. Due to the impact of Carnatic War or the results of Carnatic, the three Carnatic War that took place, first, second and third. In the first Carnatic, the French got victory against the British. In second Carnatic, British become dominated in Carnatic or Arcot region. The French become dominated in Hyderabad region. In third Carnatic, what happens? The domination of British start decline. The domination of French start decline. The French lost the battle. Because at that time Dupleix was called to Europe to fight against the British. In the absence of Dupleix, the French power start decline. The coming leaders of French East India Company, they were not so eminent like Dupleix. Anyhow, totally as a result of Carnatic, the French power start declining. The British become dominated. Even after the Carnatic, the British domination has been increases. Later, the British that are highly concentrated toward Bengal province. Earlier, Bengal, Hyderabad, Carnatic, they are the subordinate states of Mughal Empire. After the decline of Mughal Empire, these subordinates or provincial administrators, they become independent. At that time, Bengal that emerged as one of the prosperous state or province. Due to Carnatic, the British got political power in India. They gained to control over. Later, they are highly concentrated towards Bengal. So, Bengal province, it is rich in trade and commerce, agriculturally, industrially, it is highly developed state. So, the British that concentrate towards the politics of Bengal. It was ruled by the Nawab. The Nawab family that ruled over Bengal. See here what happens. The Mughal Emperor Farrukh Siyar, the Mughal Emperor Farrukh Siyar, he granted the Dastaks the British were authorized to issue dastaks in Bengal. Dastak. It is a license for trade. One who have these license, they do not pay any taxes. So ಹಿಂದೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಯ ರೂಲರ್ಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಯಾವ ಈ ದಸ್ತಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಫ್ರೀ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ ಈ ದಸ್ತಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೊಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಟ್ಟೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. So here the Mughal emperor Farrukh Siyar he granted the rights of issue dastaks to British in Bengal. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ದಸ್ತಕ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂತ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮೊಘಲ್ ಎಂಪರರ್ ಇಂದ ಪಡೆದರು. ಫಾರೂಕ್ ಸಿಯಾರ್ he granted the rights of issue dastaks to the British East India Company in Bengal. So the company officials that are highly misused these dastaks. The company officials that are highly misused these dastaks. It resulted huge financial loss to the Nawabs of Bengal. Even from Murshid Ali Khan to Ali Wardi Khan, the Nawabs of Bengal that are highly opposed the misusing of dastaks by the company officials. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಟ್ರೇಡರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅವರ ಹತ್ರ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನ ಪಡೆದು ಈ ಫ್ರೀ ಪಾಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಹೀಗೆ ನವಾಬ ಇವನೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮೊಘಲ್ ಎಂಪರರ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಮೊಘಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನವಾಬ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ದೇ ವರ್ ದಿ ಸಬಾರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೊಘಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಇವರು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೊಘಲ್ ರೂಲರ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿತು, ಈ ದಸ್ತಕ್ಸ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂತ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪಡೆದಾಗ ದಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆರ್ ಹೈಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ದಿ ದಸ್ತಕ್ಸ್. It resulted the huge financial loss to the Nawab of Bengal. So these Nawabs that are highly opposed this, even the Nawab from Murshid Ali Khan to Wardi Ali Khan that are highly opposed the misuse of dastaks. It resulted the clash between the British and the ruler of Bengal. It resulted the war we called as the Battle of Plassey in 1757. In 1757, the Battle of Plassey that took place. Battle of Plassey. I think you're studying 7th standard. So here, Ali Wardi Khan, he was the Nawab of Bengal. After the death of Ali Wardi Khan, after the death of Ali Wardi Khan, he died in 1756. Ali Wardi Khan died in 1756. After his death, Siraj-ud-Dawla, his grandson Siraj-ud-Dawla, he became the Nawab of Bengal. After the death of Ali Wardi Khan, his grandson Siraj-ud-Dawla became the Nawab of Bengal in 1756. the war that broke out between Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla and the British we call as Battle of Plassey. Now we want to know the causes. What were the causes for the Battle of Plassey? It is one of the historical battles for the British. Due to Carnatic, they have increased their political power, but due to Battle of Plassey, it laid the real foundation of British power in India. ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ and try to summarize. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಈ ವಾರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಐ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಸಮರೈಸ್. Now we want to discuss about the causes. In order to understand any war, first we have to discuss the causes, the course and the results. These are the steps to understand any battle: causes, course, results. The main reasons or the causes for the Battle of Plassey are misuse of dastaks. Misuse of dastaks. We already know that the company officials that are highly misused the dastaks, it resulted huge financial loss to the Nawab of Bengal. So the Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla is highly opposed the misuse of dastaks. First point, misuse of dastaks. The company official, the British East India Company officials that are highly misused the dastaks, it resulted the huge financial loss to the Nawab of Bengal. This made Nawab was angry against the British. Secondly, mending the fort without his permission. Mending the forts without the permission. At the time, what happens? Firstly, Siraj-ud-Dawla that opposed the misusing of dastaks by the company officials. Secondly, the British raised their fortifications at Calcutta without taking the permission of Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla. So, ಹಿಂದೆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಕಂಪನಿ 3 ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳನ್ನ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಸುತ್ತ ಕೋಟೆಯನ್ನ ಕಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು, ಫೋರ್ಟ್ ವಿಲಿಯಂ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? They raised their fortifications. ಹೊಸದಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಗೋಡನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ತಮ್ಮ ವೇರ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಸುತ್ತ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಕೋಟೆಗಳನ್ನ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ವಾಲ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. The British raised their fortifications at Calcutta without taking the permission of Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla and placed cannons. Cannons ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಮದ್ದು ಗುಂಡು, ಗನ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂತ ಸೆಂಟರ್. So here the British that made their godowns or warehouses, they become the center of the production of gunpowder. The British repaired their fort at Calcutta and placed cannons in them. Immediately Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla, he asked the British to stop this. Siraj-ud-Dawla ordered to remove these cannons from the court. But the British refused to do so. At that time, Siraj-ud-Dawla, it displaced some of his ministers. It displaced some of his ministers. Jafar. Jagat Seth, Mirpal, Manik Chand, Omni Chand, Jagat Seth. So he dismissed some of his minister, Rai Durgam, from the post of treasurer. ಈಗ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ is responsible. So Sirajuddaulah, he dismissed his finance minister. Another time what happens, he has to dismiss some ministers. These ministers, they made a secret plot against the Nawab Sirajuddaulah. They joined their hands with the British. So the British that gave shelter to these ministers. And even Black Room tragedy. Black Room tragedy. When the British that refused to remove their cannons, angered by this Sirajuddaulah, attacked Fort William. At that time, Sirajuddaulah, the Nawab. In 1756, the Nawab Sirajuddaulah attacked Fort William and captured it. In 1756, the Nawab Sirajuddaulah attacked Fort William and captured it. At that time, he imprisoned some British soldiers. So he imprisoned nearly 146 British soldiers. He imprisoned 146 British soldiers. Among them, 123 soldiers were died. He has imprisoned in a dark room, a small dark room. Due to starvation, nearly 123 soldiers were died. This incident we call as Black Room tragedy. Sirajuddaulah attacked the Fort William from the British. At that time, he imprisoned nearly 146 British soldiers and he imprisoned in a small dark room. At that time, nearly 123 soldiers were died. This incident we call as Black Room tragedy. These are the causes for the Battle of Plassey. Firstly, misusing of dastaks by the company official. Secondly, the British repaired their fort and raised their fortifications at Calcutta without taking the permission of Nawab. The Nawab had placed their cannons. The Nawab ordered to stop it, but the British refused to do so. Angered by this, the Nawab Sirajuddaulah attacked and captured Fort William and imprisoned nearly 146 British soldiers. Among 123 were died. And he also dismissed some of his ministers. So they made a secret plot against the Nawab Sirajuddaulah. These are the causes for Battle of Plassey. Now coming to the course. At that time, Robert Clive, he was at Madras. So immediately when Sirajuddaulah attacked and captured Fort William and one more Qasim Bazar, he captured Fort William and Qasim Bazar. Immediately, Robert Clive arrived to Bengal and he made a secret plot against some of his ministers, Rai Durgam, Mir Jafar, Khadim Khan, Manik Chand, Omni Chand, Jagat Seth. So Robert Clive, he has made a secret plot against Sirajuddaulah, particularly Mir Jafar. And Kadim Khan, the commander of Nawab's army, they supported the British. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ವಾರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಈಗ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಟಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಆ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ವಾರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅವನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ವಾರ್ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡರ್ನ್ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಕೋವಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಆ ರೀತಿಯ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗನ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬುಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂತು, ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಬಾಂಬ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇವತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಂದೆ ಮೇನ್ ಆಗಿ ಗನ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋಸಿವ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಕೌಡನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸುರಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಕೋವಿಗಳು ಏನಿದೆ, ಬಂದೂಕುಗಳು ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಅದ್ರ ತುದಿಗೆ ಕೌಡನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಕೌಡನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಗನ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಾರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬ್ಯಾಟಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಹೋದ್ರು, ಯಾವ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿಫೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ವಾರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ರಾಬರ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲೈವ್ he returned to Bengal and he made a secret treaties with the enemies of Nawab of Bengal, Mir Jafar, Kadim Khan, Manik Chand, Omri Chand, Jagat Seth and others. See, at that time, by securing their support, the British army attacked Siraj-ud-Dawla on June 23rd, 1757. On June 23rd, 1757, the British and the Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla, they fought at Plassey. Plassey is one of the places where the battles that took place. So that's why it is called as Battle of Plassey. Now we want to know the results. What are the results or outcomes of Battle of Plassey? So this war bring many immoralities. The British that implemented immorality. So direct ಆಗಿ ಸಿರಾಜುದ್ದೌಲನ ಡಿಫೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಮೇಡ್ ಮೇನಿ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸಿರಾಜುದ್ದೌಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದಿಸ್ ವಾರ್ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ದಿ immorality and lack of unity. This war brought immorality and the lack of unity among Indian rulers. The war brought out immorality and the lack of unity among the native rulers and the greed of Indian businessmen and the greediness and the greed of Indian businessmen, greediness of Indian businessmen. Secondly, Siraj-ud-Dawla was defeated and killed. Siraj-ud-Dawla was defeated and killed. Whereas the British, a small army, but the British that have modern weapons, they were easily defeated the vast army of Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla. At that time, Siraj-ud-Dawla tried to escape from the battlefield. He was arrested and killed. So Siraj-ud-Dawla was defeated and killed. Thirdly, Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. He was made the Nawab of Bengal. The British that made after the death of Siraj-ud-Dawla, the British made Mir Jafar was the Nawab of Bengal. By this what happens? The company get more trade rights in Bengal. They get more trade rights in Bengal. The British company get more trading rights in Bengal. They gained exclusive rights to do business in Bengal. At that time, Mir Jafar, he has to pay 70 lakh rupees as a relief fund to the Siraj-ud-Dawla's attack. Mir Jafar, he has to pay 70 lakh rupees as a compensation for Siraj-ud-Dawla's attack on Fort William. So these are the results of the Battle of Plassey, or the outcomes of the Battle of Plassey. Firstly, the war that broke out immorality, or the war brought out the immorality, lack of unity among the Indian rulers, and greediness of Indian businessmen. This war brought out immorality, lack of unity among Indian rulers, and greediness of Indian businessmen. Siraj-ud-Dawla was defeated and killed. Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. After that, the British company secured more trade rights in Bengal. Then Mir Jafar has given 70 lakh rupees as a compensation for Siraj-ud-Dawla's attack on Fort William. These are the results or outcomes of Battle of Plassey. ಸದ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೋಡೋಣ ಮುಂದೆ. Next, we know after the Battle of Plassey, what are the development that took place in Bengal. As a result of Battle of Plassey, Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. Mir Jafar, he was made the Nawab of Bengal. After the death of Siraj-ud-Dawla, Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. He fulfilled all the demands of the British. He became a puppet in the hands of British. So Mir Jafar became a continuous victim of the company's employees. It resulted the bankruptcy of Bengal. Because he has to fulfill the demands of the company officials, it resulted in huge loss to the finance of Bengal. So he became a puppet in the hands of British. Later, he tried to assert his legal position. Later, Mir Jafar tried to assert his legal position. It was highly opposed by the British. So he was displaced and made Mir Qasim was the Nawab of Bengal. Mir Qasim was made the Nawab of Bengal. QASIM. Mir Qasim. So here may be a question, why the British? The topic here. Why the British dethroned Mir Jafar? Mir Jafar fulfilled all the demands of the company. It resulted the huge burden on the treasury of Bengal. So later he tried to assert his real position or legal position. It was opposed by the company. So he was displaced and made his son-in-law Mir Qasim on the throne. At that time, Robert Clive was in England. After the Battle of Plassey, Robert Clive, he has secured more money and he returned to England. So in the absence of Robert Clive, what happens? Mir Jafar was displaced. ಈಗ 1757 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದು 1760 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಳಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಮೀರ್ ಕಾಸಿಂ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್. Whereas Mir Qasim is also an efficient administrator. He is an efficient administrator. So in the beginning he also remained a loyal to the company. He also fulfilled the demands of the companies. He was remained a loyal to the company. He paid 2 lakh pounds. 2 lakh pounds. 2 lakh pounds to company. ಮೀರ್ ಜಾಫರ್ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದಾಗ ಮೀರ್ ಜಾಫರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಗಾಲಲ್ಲಿ 24 ಪರಗಣ ಅಂತ ಏರಿಯಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ. ನಂತರ ಮೀರ್ ಕಾಸಿಮನ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದಾಗ he has given nearly 2 lakh pounds to the company, and he also given some areas to British, Chittagong, Midnapur, and some areas were given to the British. He paid 2 lakh pounds to the company and gave away some places to the company. In the beginning he was loyal. So later he wanted to become an independent. He highly opposed the misuse of dastaks. He highly opposed misuse of dastaks. He highly opposed the misuse of dastaks by the company official, because it resulted in financial loss. So the British opposed him, and once again he was displaced and Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. Once again Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. So here the British that dethroned Mir Qasim opposed the misusing of dastaks, because it resulted in financial loss. He highly opposed this. So the British that displaced Mir Qasim and made Mir Jafar was the Nawab. Another time, Mir Qasim made an alliance with Nawab of Oud. Nawab of Oud. And the Mughal Emperor. They made an alliance. These three made an alliance. Nawab of Oud, Shuja-ud-Dawla, Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II, and Mir Qasim made an alliance against the British, and they faced the British army at Buxar in 1764. It is known as the Battle of Buxar. The reasons: the British displaced Mir Qasim and made Mir Jafar was the Nawab of Bengal. At that time, Mir Qasim made an alliance with the Nawab of Shuja-ud-Dawla and Shah Alam II, the Mughal Emperor, and they faced the British army at Buxar in 1764. So these are the causes for the Battle of Buxar. Results: the British that defeated the combined army of Nawab of Oud, Mughal Emperor, and Mir Qasim. Their army was defeated. Mir Qasim got defeated and he ran away from the battlefield. Later, Shah Alam II, the Mughal Emperor, he also surrendered. So totally the efforts of combined army were failed to defeat the British. It is known as the Battle of Buxar. It took place in 1764. Here it may be a question, write a note on the Battle of Buxar. So in English start ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. In 1760 the British that made Mir Qasim was the Nawab of Bengal. At the time he paid 2 lakh pound to the company, and later he highly opposed the misusing of dastaks. It was opposed by the company and he was displaced, and Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. By this he made an alliance with Nawab of Oudh and Mughal Emperor, and they faced the British army at Buxar in 1764. The English army defeated the combined army of Mir Qasim, Shah Alam II and Shuja'ud-Dawla. So it is about particularly the English army led by Hector Munro. Hector Munro, he was the commander of English army. So in 1764, the English army led by Hector Munro, he defeated the combined army of Mir Qasim, Shuja'ud-Dawla and Shah Alam II. Now we want to know the outcomes or results. A major question of outcomes or results. What were the results of Battle of Buxar? Results or outcomes. Firstly, Shah Alam II granted Diwani rights over Bengal to the British. Shah Alam II granted Diwani rights of Bengal to British. Shah Alam II, the Mughal Emperor, he granted Diwani rights of Bengal to British. Diwani means rights of revenue collections. Entire Bengal ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂತ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರಿಗೆ ಶಾ ಆಲಂ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಪ್ರಾವಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಸ್ತಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ರೀ ಪಾಸ್, ಫ್ರೀ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಯಾರು ದಸ್ತಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೊಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಪಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪಡಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟಂಗಿರಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನ ಲೈಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದು ದಿವಾನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ. Then Shah Alam II gave away all the rights over Bengal to the British, an annual fee of ₹26 lakhs. Later Shah given all the rights of Bengal to British for annual rent. Annual fee of ₹26 lakh. Annual fee of 26 lakh. So ನಂತರ ಶಾ ಆಲಂ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ, ನನಗೆ 26 lakh ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಶಾ ಆಲಂ given all the rights of Bengal to the British for annual fee of 26 lakhs per year. Then the Nawab of Oudh, Shuja'ud-Dawla, he gave away and he was demanded to pay 50 lakh. The Nawab of Oudh, Oudh ಅಂದ್ರೆ present Ayodhya province. penalty of 50 lakh for waging war against the British. The Nawab of Oudh was demanded to pay penalty of 50 lakh rupees for waging the war against the British. Later, after the death of Mir Jafar, after the death of Mir Jafar, his son was pensioned off. So the British that took over the entire administration of Bengal. After the death of Mir Jafar, his son was given annual pension. By this, the entire Bengal came under the direct control of British. These are the results or the effects of Battle of Buxar. 5 minutes. So here it may be a 2 marks question. What were the results or the outcomes of Battle of Buxar? Firstly, Shah Alam II granted Diwani rights of Bengal to British. Then Shah given all the rights of Bengal for an annual fee of 26 lakh, and the Nawab of Oudh was given penalty of 50 lakh rupees, and even after the death of Mir Jafar, his son was pensioned off. By this, the entire Bengal that came under the control of British. So, in the establishment of British power in India, the Battle of Buxar and Plassey are very significant. The Buxar battle that made the British as a real holder of Bengal. After the Battle of Buxar, the British they have to got their political power in Bengal, Bihar, Orissa. Ekadre Bengal direct rule bantu nantra Bihar, later Orissa. So after the Battle of Buxar, Bengal, Bihar and Orissa they came under the control of British. Even the whole province also came under the control of British. Whereas in 1765, Robert Clive, 1765, Robert Clive returned to India after the Battle of Plassey. He returned to England. In the absence of Robert Clive, once again the company has to face financial loss and political backdrops. As a result, the British government appointed him as the governor. So in 1765, Robert Clive returned to India. He was appointed as the governor of Bengal. He was the first governor of British in India. So in 1765, Robert Clive came to India as a governor. So he introduced dual government. Concept. Under this concept, the government has 2 organs. So the Nawab look after the overall administration. The Nawab that look after overall administration, and the company collects revenue. In a dual government means the government has 2 organs, the Nawab that look after the overall administration, and the company that collects the revenue. British company revenue collect ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನವಾಬ ನಾಮಕಾವಸ್ಥೆಗೆ administration ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. But so indirectly the British that control over the Nawab. ಇದನ್ನ dual government ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So in this way, the British that have got their political rights over Bengal, later they extended their power to Bihar, Orissa and other provinces. So in this way, the British with their trade interests, they are also highly developed their their political domination in India. So it is about the chapter, the advent of Europeans to India. I think you have understood. So I will give some homework. You read the text, then you have to answer these questions. Please write down. Homeworks. Firstly, which are the earlier trade routes between India and Europe? Right now, which are the earlier trade routes between India and Europe? Then, why Constantinople called gate of European trade? Why Constantinople called gate of European trade? Gate of European trade. Then, what were the results? Of fall of Constantinople? What were the results of fall of Constantinople? Then, what made the Europeans to discover a new sea route to India? What made the Europeans that discovered a new sea route to India? Next, name the trading centers of Portuguese. A. Portuguese. B. Dutch. C. English. D. French. Name the trading centers of Portuguese, Dutch, English, French. Then, write a note on Battle of Buxar. Write a note on Battle of Buxar. Then, what does dual government mean? Who introduced it? Lastly, what does the term Diwani means? So, ಇಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿ.